So if we look at the political paradigm, we see that conservatives and straw men are the only people in politics. People that conservatives have put up there to confuse the issues. And as the result, the economy's still broken, people don't have their rights, people aren't given the opportunities that they're supposed to have because they've created a bunch of straw men. Instead of debating me, they're debating the puppets that they put up there to confuse the issue, to prevent the solution from being brought about. So when you look at the sheer kind of depravity of the situation, you see that there's a certain refusal to give people their inalienable human rights, their constitutional rights, their God-given rights. The sheer arrogance of the governing class knows no bounds as they refuse to discuss very core issues. Like, why wouldn't they cut the check for $40 billion to end homelessness? With 400,000 apartment units, you could have 2 homeless people per apartment unit. That is only 1/1000th of the existing debt. 1/1000th. What would happen if you added 1/1000th to the existing debt? Maybe the average person would pay $1 extra a month. Now you could also get in wealth taxes. So why didn't they do it? Well, they didn't do it because there's a certain philosophical decadence that has been occurring for a long time. And it's sort of manifested, it's culminated in extreme evil. It's culminated in the extreme toxicity of the current political climate. The social atmosphere of the United States is one of terrorism, is one of people being afraid to gather. They're afraid to do what's right because they're afraid to be persecuted by the state. And that is basically state-sponsored terrorism. So as a result of the continuous process of state-sponsored terrorism, you see that we do not have very straightforward solutions for the poor. And when you don't have very straightforward solutions and very practical and logical and effective solutions with the appropriate oversight, what ends up happening is lots of people suffer. Lots of people suffer very, very much. You have 50,000 suicides a year, 100,000 drug overdoses, 17,000 murders. Because we see this very blatant, this egregious refusal to even consider very straightforward arguments about how to solve the problems in society, the societal ills. If this persists, America will continue to be guilty of mass murder. As there are something like 3 million, perhaps 3 million preventable deaths every year in this country, they murder their own citizens by the millions every year. There's maybe about 8,000 preventable deaths every single day. So the governing class has proven itself to be bloodthirsty, as you know them by their fruits. And as they continue to murder 8,000 people a day with their system that's expected and historical output is an unreasonable rate of preventable deaths, why should any of you be surprised that they're persecuting me because I'm doing the right thing? No, the viewers should be very surprised if they weren't doing so, and of course they are. So I'm gonna leave it there because I'm making videos for a while here, and I don't like to kind of stick around too long as a matter of wisdom and insight and sense and strategy. But I can tell you with certainty that the opposition view isn't just incorrect. They are in bed with mass murderers like the prostitute that rode the beast, being directed by the ancient serpent, the devil.